Hi friends, today Mrs. Clark is going to read you a story called Corduroy. And Corduroy is a teddy bear. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. There's Corduroy in the green overalls. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." Do you see that Corduroy lost a button to his shoulder strap? Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Later that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. He climbed down, and now he's searching for his button. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto an escalator, and up he went. Could this be a mountain, he wondered. "I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain." He thought the escalator was a mountain. He's going up and up. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there, before his eyes, was the most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. This must be a palace. Corduroy gasped. "I've always wanted to live in a palace." He's in a store selling furniture on the different floor. One floor was for toys, and the next floor is selling furniture and beds. He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once, he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried, and he tried to pick it up, but like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. He's trying to get the button off the mattress and pull it up. He thinks it's his button. He yanked and pulled with both paws until pop! Off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. Bang! Into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Uh-oh. I hope Corduroy didn't hurt himself, but he made a loud noise. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. "Now who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." He's looking for Corduroy. He's looking for someone who made that noise. He flashed his light under and over sofas and in beds until he came to the biggest bed of all, and there he saw two fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. "Hello," he said. How did you get upstairs? Do you see Corduroy's brown ears sticking up from the covers? How did you get upstairs? The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. He took him back down the escalator and put him back on the shelf. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning, and there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." There she is. She's buying Corduroy with her own money. "Shall I put him in a box for you?" said the sales lady. "Oh, no, thank you," Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight to her very own room. She was so excited to have Corduroy. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside the girl-sized bed stood a little bed just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like the enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." So there's her room, and there's Corduroy. She's sewing a button on his strap. "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and gave him a big hug. The end. Boys and girls, I bet you have something that you sleep with or something that's very special to you. This is one of my little girl, Caroline's, her teddy bear that she sleeps with every night. So go get your bear and give him a big hug, or your lammy or your bunny. See you soon. Bye-bye.